Hello and welcome to Maharaja Institute of Technology, Mysore. We are at the extended entrance of this 22-acre lush green rich campus, wherein you will be now introduced to facilities that are available to the engineering students as well as students of management sciences and master of computer applications. Now we are into the tour of central facilities of the college, which is built and run by academicians alone. This dream came to reality when in 2007 this institution was started. What we can see in this picture is the layout plan of the entire Maharaja Institute of Technology, Mysore. The entire campus is depicted in this image. Standing in front of this, one can see the entire facilities provided by the college to the students and staff. Of many facilities that this institution has to offer to its students, the best of the facility starts from the hostel for girls. We are now entering into the girls hostel. The girls hostel has a capacity of 120 right now, and it has 2 floors, each floor having 23 rooms which can accommodate 3 students each. This is the lobby of the hostel, which has the facility of television for the benefit of the students. Meet the caretaker of this hostel, Ms. Navina, and she takes care of the attendance of the students and the food intake, and whether the food is delivered on time, whether the quality is good or not. Are the students aware of all the happenings in the college? She takes care of all of those things, and the mess bill and rest of the things are shown in the notice board. In spite of the prevailing pandemic, we have about 92 students currently residing in our hostel. Of course, they are maintaining and adhering strictly to these SOPs given by the government. We are entering into one of the rooms which now actually being used by the wardens. This is a multi-purpose room. This also is used as a daycare center for the children of our staff. You can now see small paintings and small toys that are kept here to engage those children as and when they arrive here. You can now observe we have 3 beds, 3 tables, 3 racks, and 3 wardrobes for the safe stay of the students that are accommodated in this room. This room happens to be the warden's room, and hence it also has an attached bathroom. We are in the huge corridor of the girls hostel. The promoters of our institution wanted this to be home-like, in fact better than the home. That's why we have the spacious rooms accommodating 3 students in each room. Why we have to accommodate 3 students is AICTE tells us that either you will have to have a single student per room or 3 or more students per room, and never have 2 students per room. On that basis, we have a 3 student accommodation in every room. And though we had space and wanted the luxury to be given to the students who are coming from outside, who are staying in the hostel, need to know the difficulties of outside world, and hence they are not, each room is not provided with the attached bathroom facility. A common room facility is available where we are now heading to. We have 16 bathrooms and 16 washrooms per corridor, and that means to say we can accommodate 16 people at a time for bathing, and 16 people can use the water closets. We are in the kitchen exclusively built for the maintenance of the girls hostel. If you can observe it carefully, it is a huge area. It can in fact accommodate 10 to 15 cooks at a time and can prepare food for about 500 and odd students at a time. And this is the great feature of the hostel. As well, adjacent to this kitchen is the dining hall, and also the restroom for the staff of the kitchen is also adjacent to this room. This dining hall and the kitchen area is having uninterrupted water supply from our own borewell, which is just opposite to this building. As well, the washing area and cleaning area are all well intact. We are now in the first floor of our girls hostel. You can observe the fitness equipments that we have here. Not just the students of this hostel use this, but the lady faculty, which we call as women club in the college, also comes to our girls hostel and carry out their fitness works. A hostel that is accommodating about 100 people will always have medical emergencies. We usually encounter at least one case per week wherein we will need to carry them to the hospital, nearby hospital. So we have our ambulance facility ready on every occasion, and a driver is earmarked for the same, and he will take care along with the caretaker. This boys hostel, which is now having the capacity of 69, is totally under CCTV surveillance, and I will now introduce you to the warden of this hostel, Professor Lathan, who also happens to teach at the Department of Electronics, and he monitors the entire hostel. If you can just look into the documents that he has maintained, the attendance, the student movement register, and all other files like vegetable and store bill, leave permission for the students. It is so well maintained, and the discipline is given utmost priority at the hostel. As I had just mentioned, the overwhelming response to the hostel is so huge that we have to filter the application forms that we are getting, and if you check the application forms that we have received for this year, we could accommodate only 69 students, and some students are demanding us for the speedy construction of this, and that is the reason why the first floor construction and maintenance is on full swing. The hallmark of our hostels have been the huge corridors. You would never get to see such corridors in any hostels, and the hostels are with 3 sharing accommodation. We are entering into one of the 23 rooms that are available now. The facilities provided in the hostel rooms include 3 beds in a room, 3 study tables, and 3 storage areas like cupboards. You can see one of our students preparing for the upcoming semester examinations. The 3 shelves, one each for every student, and separate footwear shelf is also provided. The hostel is also provided with the Wi-Fi facility. One of the very well maintained rooms. The speciality of the hostel is also that we would make the students learn the importance of keeping their premises clean. We must note that the rooms are maintained by students themselves, and no housekeeping staff enters the rooms, and I must in fact congratulate my student who have kept this clean and tidy. I now stand at the common place for the students. To my right is the washing area of clothes, and to my left is the drying area. All the facilities are provided in such a way that these are the restrooms and washrooms for the students. There are 16 in numbers per corridor, and the same will be replicated in the next floor. The hot water to this hostel is supplied using solar water heaters, and a capacity of 2000 liters for this standalone campus is provided, and in case of emergency we do have 2 electric geysers and a gas geyser as alternatives.
Now once the food is prepared, this is the serving room, this is the counter where every students can get the food, and you can also see the well disciplined maintained timings. Now you can see the dining hall where we are given the facility for all the students. I think at a time 80 to 100 students can have this facility for having their lunch or snacks, anything at a time they can have.
Though we all believe in Annam Parabrahma Swarupam, there are possibilities of waste that is generated every day, either in the form of food that is wasted at the end of the day, or the waste that is produced while cutting the vegetables, or all such waste have to be disposed of and managed properly. Otherwise, this will become a stinky place, and the same is also in place at the college as well as in the hostel, because the entire wet waste that is produced of this canteen will be sent to a pig farm for free of cost. The owner of the pig farm, a gentleman, had asked us for the same, and with the consent of the principal, all such wastes are disposed of once in a day free of cost. It is beneficial to both the parties. Sports in an engineering college, though looks to be seated in the back bench, but has its own prominence on the youths of the institution, and the trust members who themselves have been sports persons and have lot of interest in sports, they have ensured that the ground in the institution, the 6-acre ground that we are standing at, will have all the facilities that are required to run the games that are that brings interest in students. Now we can see that the entire ground is being filled by newly brought soil. It is a well known saying that a sound mind in a sound body. To have the healthy life, you need the physical exercises to be done at regular intervals. Now we are entering into the sports area of this institution. This is a 6-acre ground we have developed. This area is now being developed to play cricket, volleyball, handball, basketball, kabaddi, kho simultaneously. This can accommodate those many sports being played simultaneously. Also, we have a stage wherein we can conduct small programs and small events. In fact, a university level volleyball competition was held here, the state level competition. The prize distribution and all the stage events were carried out from here itself. Also, the entire conduct of the event was smoothly done from this stage itself. Also, the college is in discussion with the Karnataka State Cricket Association to develop this cricket ground to host cricket matches for the Mysore zone.
I am Dhanesh Sundar H, Physical Education Director. We are taking several sports activities for the students as well as for the staff. We are going to conduct so many competitions at our institution, especially from VTU we are taking handball and as well as volleyball tournaments, Mysore zone as well as rest of Bangalore zone, and we have conducted the big event in Mitm EPL. We have cricket ground, volleyball courts, basketball courts and as well as throw ball and football field, and we are providing badminton, table tennis and chess, carom for indoor games. After that, after class hours also we are giving coaching for the extra coaching for the students, and we are participating in so many competitions under the VTU Mysore zone and inter zones. We have won the several prizes for VTU Mysore zone as well as inter zone.
The area opposite to the girls hostel is the place which the management has marked to build an indoor stadium. If you can observe here, we have about 4 to 5 acres of land which is exclusively kept for the construction of the indoor stadium, which will definitely have all the modern facilities that an indoor stadium must include. At the end of this location, you can observe a construction work is going on, that is for the brick industry that is supposed to come up. It is as part of a 10-point program, which is a visionary program which will definitely include all the facets of the society, and one of the motives that is driving us for the construction of brick factory is that we are coming up with a lot of buildings for which we wish to make use of our own bricks. The transportation wing of Maharaja Institute of Technology, Mysore has its own place in the hearts of its students, as it is compulsory for every student to travel in the bus provided by the college. And you may now note that there are 20 additions to this MIT family in the form of 20 Benz buses purchased in 2021. The facilities provided are from 12 taluk headquarters surrounding Mysuru and Mandya. The students who are traveling from far away are so happy that the bus services are provided, so that their education has become, their dream has become reality by using the bus services provided by the college. This is the place where the buses are parked regularly, and the decent parking facility that is provided here will also have the seating for about 100 students who will be waiting for their turn to board the bus. As I have mentioned, the transportation facility is provided from 3 district headquarters and 12 taluk headquarters surrounding this huge institution. The total kilometers plied by these buses per day will be amounting to about 3000 kilometers, which is so huge. That is the investment being made on the transportation facility. This institution, which is run by Maharaja Education Trust, has a tagline, "Revolution in Education." All the trust members had a dream of taking the education to the next level and making it reach the poor and the villages that are far away from the urban areas. Even though the students, whenever they are allowed to come to the college by two-wheelers or their own vehicles, they are not allowed to move out of the institution in between the working hours unless it is extremely necessary, for which we are making use of this boom bar. If you can observe that, it closes automatically and it does not open unless a gate pass is given to them. Standing in front of this magnanimous structure, I wish to bring to all of your notice the chairman of the Governing Council of Maharaja Institute of Technology, Mysore, had once quoted that The library is to a college what heart is to a body. So, the importance that we give to the library is that much, and hence it is right at the entrance of the college. I am now standing in front of the building called Arambha. The name itself suggests the beginning. So, whoever comes to our college first has to enter into this reception area, wherein they are cordially invited to the institution. If you are a student joining our college, this is the area wherein you are also allotted the mentor to you. What we can see is the stage that has given birth to many of the artists in our institution. Each and every program of this college will take place in this very location. Most of the dignitaries who have arrived in the college have used this stage, and many talents within the college have also come to light through this stage. We are standing at one of the busiest areas of the institution, the cafeteria and the chat center. The one to the right, the first one to my right is the juice center. The next one is stores, wherein you can get all the stationery requirements of an engineering graduate and engineering student, as well it caters to the requirements of the institution also. And we have the chat center and an Ayurveda product center, which is also helpful for the people of the vicinity areas also. Also, this place, when we do not have the functions, is used to play the shuttle badminton. I am sitting in front of the APJ Abdul Kalam Open Air Theatre. This place is a jovial place for our students. They spend a lot of time sitting here talking to their friends, as well as when the internals arrive, they sit here in this row and study together and excel. We have a student community close to about 3,000 in numbers. To cater to their food needs, we have this very well established Mitm food court, which can easily accommodate about 700 to 800 students at a time. And you can observe this is a very cool place, and we have two bifurcations. The one to my left is exclusively for women, and this is for boys and girls, and both of them can use this facility. About 40 desks are kept, which can be used to easily sit and taste the food, and remaining are the ones that you see in the hotels in Bangalore and Mysore. They can stand and savor the food. The students are using this canteen space as a multi-purpose utility area. They also make use of this space for group discussion and project work. Now we are at the location which is now being used for the construction of the auditorium of 1000 capacity. Though we have an auditorium, indoor auditorium of about 300 to 400 capacity, to meet the requirements of today's world, we were in search of a huge place wherein we can build an auditorium that can accommodate more people. Now we have come up with this place. If you can observe, the construction work is just begun. Within 2 months or 3 months, you can definitely see the growth of this building, and now this will become an asset to this institution, wherein we can accommodate 1000 students, as well as the placement, the whole of the training and placement department will be shifted to this location, so that all the HR managers and all other companies visiting to our college can be accommodated very comfortably in this location. This auditorium becomes easily accessible because this is the location just behind the PG block of this institution, and also behind the boys hostel, and very near to the girls hostel, and the main block of the institution is at a walkable distance from this auditorium. This place is etched as a very special one in the hearts of MITians. We have an aircraft in my background. Written on it is aim high and dream big. Ours is an institution that values the services of its employees. Now I am walking through to Ravi Kumar Kutira, which means this is the place which is named after Mr. Ravi Kumar, who was the public relations officer in this institution, and he had worked from 2007 till his accidental death last year. This beautiful and calm green place is named after Mr. Ravi Kumar. On almost all the working days, this area will be full of students, and the entire area will be very lively. Starting from the entrance of this institution, we have seen the girls hostel, boys hostel, the auditorium, the indoor stadium, the outdoor stadium, the PG block, proposed library block, canteen. All those things are now over, and now we are entering to the main block of this institution. This institution houses the first year block, the administrative block, and a beautiful arch is set up, which will welcome all the students into the college. This video tour also enables you to witness the rich green that we have developed, and if you happen to see at the building, I will show you the day 1 of this institution. The entire 22 acre had only one single tree that is now visible here, and now the entire area is filled with green. This is the effort of this institution in making the entire area green, and also it is supposed to be an area which is having at least 2 degree lower temperature than the Mysore city or the Mandya city, which are the nearby cities to this institution. Once we enter the institution through this arch, this is the security room, wherein nowadays this has become extremely multifunctional, because all the thermal check and sanitization shall take place here. And I am in the shelter of this beautiful tree that I had just discussed just a while earlier, which is the only tree that was available for the entire 22 acres land. The 2 decades that we have spent in this century have focused on outcome based education, and this institution, which started in 2007, has its vision focused to produce the engineers that had all the 12 graduate attributes that were required right from its inception. Now we can see the vision and mission statement of the institution written both in Kannada and English language, because the stakeholders to this institution are mostly Kannadigas, residents of the state, and whenever they visit the institution, they are made to look into this vision and mission statements, and we check ourselves whether we are adhering to those vision and mission statements or not. This garden has seen the rise of this institution, because from 2007, when this institution was built, this garden was also there, but not this green. This area is basically drought prone, so usage of water to optimal utilization becomes very important, and that is the reason why we have an STP setup to my left, which cleans the water and allows the black water to get converted into grey water, and that water is used to nourish all these plants, and the entire garden area that you can see here is watered by the same water. To my right is a huge notice board. One part of the notice board is kept for academic activities, the other part is kept for the non-academic activities, and to my left is the ramp for specially abled students to reach their classes. They will first reach the lobby, wherein we have the lift or elevator, and using which they can reach to places of their classes. We are now standing on the amphitheater, the stage of the amphitheater. This has a capacity of about 240 to 300, and the best utility of this amphitheater is made during the tea breaks of each and every working day. On each and every working day, the student, hand-picked student from every department is made to stand here and deliver a talk for about 10 minutes, and all the passers-by can listen to that and enlighten themselves. This facility is also sometimes used for cultural activities and prize distribution functions. We are now here in the quadrangle of this college, and what you can see to my right is the pillars, 8 twisted pillars. This is a dream project of our management, because when you view it from the aerial view, this looks lush green and the whole scene is beautifully depicted. And in most of our annual fests, this area is used to begin or launch the cultural fest. The latest tunes are played, and most of the students and teachers together dance to the tunes and enjoy themselves. We have a total of 4 elevators in the institution to reach the top floors from the ground floor. One of them is now shown to you. The special feature of this lift is inside. If you can focus onto this, only the dedicated users can use this. Only when you give your fingerprint, it is allowed to be used. As you are aware, ours is the student centric education system, and our college is no exception. We have the habit of treating our students like kings and queens. Even the washrooms are named kings. The spacious and well maintained urinals and washrooms with hand washing facility can be seen now. This is the most used corridor of the college, because we have the admission section and account section situated alongside this corridor. We also have the fire extinguisher and the notice boards to this corridor, so that if at all it is necessary, it needs to be used. and we also have the dissemination made for our vision and mission statements, because every student must know what he is here for, and also all the teachers and support staff must know the common goal of the institution and work for the betterment of the same. I am standing in front of one of the very unique place, that is the Wall of Fame. All the students and parents on their first visit, they will definitely look into this and get motivated to come on this wall at the end of their career. These are our people who are now in the Wall of Fame. The people with the academic excellence, the people with non-academic excellence like extracurricular and co-curricular activities are all framed on this wall, so that they motivate the rest of the students in this institution to be like them. Also, I had once mentioned in the previous section that only one tree was available for the entire 22-acre campus, and that is here. The 22-acre campus had only this tree, which is now at the entrance of the institution. Now we have made the entire area look very green. Dear viewers, we are now entering into the library section of Maharaja Institute of Technology, Mysore, which can be called the Temple of Knowledge. This library is having multiple specializations that none of the other libraries you can witness. He is Professor Ashok R, the librarian.
And here we are in the library notice board. Here we display the running news and information of the library as well as the institute. And this is the information corner of the department. Here we display the rules, regulatory information of the department, rules and regulations, services and borrowing privileges, as well as the statistics of the library. Right now in the library we have about 40,000 plus e-books and print books and 15,000 titles, and more than 1,700 scholarly journals both in print and digital form, and more than 2,700 multimedia resources, and we have 12 subjective and general magazines and 16 newspapers both in Kannada and English language. At present in the library we have around 3,000 actually registered users, and this is the gate register. From this table we will capture the log details of the visitors, and this is library help desk as well as the ID card counter. Library is responsible to produce the ID cards for staff and students. And this is the digital library. The infrastructure of the digital library comprises of 20 systems and 2 server systems. One is for library automation and another is institution repository. And more than anything else, to access the e-resource which is subscribed under the V2 consortium, here we have 4 databases, Springer, Elsewhere, Thailand Francis, Emerald. Among these 4 databases we have 1,600 e-journals, and we have about 11,000 e-books from Thailand Francis, McGraw Education, New Age International, Elsewhere, Faculty databases. Along with that we have 3 technology platforms. One is the Nimbus Digital Library, this is for remote access facility, and Net Analytics is a grammar tool, and Turnitin for plagiarism checking. And these resources are IP based access. It can be accessible anywhere in the campus through the college internet connectivity. It may be wired or Wi-Fi connection, and it don't require any username password to access the resources in the campus. Here we are stacking all the branch textbooks, lending textbooks, and students have the privilege to borrow 2 lending books for a period of 15 days duration.
Before showing you the administrative block and the main block of this institution, I would like to take you to the basic science department or the first year block. This is an exclusive block for first year students, because one can easily understand that the first year acts as the bridge between a professional course and the +2 of the students. So this is the place where they get transformed into an engineering student. This area houses the placement department alongside the first year classrooms, physics laboratory, chemistry laboratory and the department of mathematics. And as well, one of the important features that we have in this block is the language lab. Probably the only institution to have the language lab, wherein the students are given, the first year students especially are given the facility of systems wherein they can learn the language using the softwares that are available with us. One of the 3 major components of basic science department at Maharaja Institute of Technology, Mysore is the department of physics. The department of physics is headed by Dr. Vijayalakshmi Dayal, and she is an able researcher.
This low temperature physics lab, which has been established with the help of SERB fund.
We are in the department of chemistry, which is headed by Dr. B. Manju, professor and head of department of chemistry, who also has an experience of serving the Visvesvaraya Technological University as a special officer during the year 2011 and 12. He also happens to be the first year coordinator of this institution.
Myself, Dr. B. Manju, Professor and HOD of Chemistry Department. The Department of Chemistry playing important role the overall development of students.
In the basic science block, we are now entering into the Department of Mathematics, and I will now be introducing you to Dr. A. Srinivas, the head of Mathematics.
So our department established in the year 2007. These are the backbone of our department. So here one professor is there now. So remaining all the 9 members as working as an assistant professor.
One of the rarest features that an engineering college can have that is the place where we are in, that is the language lab. We are in the English language lab. We have a specialized person to teach English as the core subject for all the first year students. What you can see is the lab, which is having about 60 capacity, and each system has a licensed version of eWrite software, which will help our students to bridge the gap between their +2 and professional course. I will now take you to Professor Uma Bhavani, who is the head of humanities. As well, she will be teaching the language English to all the students, that is all 600 students will be definitely the students of Professor Uma Bhavani.
Welcome to the language lab. We teach students of first year of engineering in 2 semesters from these textbooks, and this is the syllabus which is followed even in our software here. We have the use of 60 computers for each batch of students, and all 10 sections benefit from this program.
We are in the Cad Lab now, which is used as the central facility for the basic science students. We have 60 systems with licensed version of Solid Edge and CATIA V5, and it is a air conditioned laboratory, as well as the printer system and the scanning system is also available in this laboratory. This 259 square meter area laboratory is equipped with all the modern tools such as ICT tools, projector, and a dedicated laboratory assistant is also available along with the instructor. We are now standing near the powerhouse of the new modern digital era, that is the main server of the college, and this has a connection from Hostel for 100 Mbps lease line. I am accompanied by Mr. Chetan, who is the system administrator, who is responsible for distributing this 100 Mbps lease line to all the corners of this institution. Meet Mr. Shiv Sagar, the placement and training officer of Maharaja Institute of Technology, Mysore.
The training and placement department that we are divided into 2 verticals, that will be training and placements. In training, that we are giving a pre-placement training to our students. That from the first year that we are giving to our students, that will be first year that we are divided into modules. The first year will be the communication, second will be the communication with an aptitude, third year communication aptitude with some technical knowledge. That will be started the recruitment process from the third year only. That will the corporates giving the opportunity to our students for internships and for the recruitment process. And the final year that we will consolidate all the communication, aptitude and the technical knowledge within some internship exposure that we have started. Our students started to enter for the corporates, attend the drives. That 2 days that we are giving a training based on how the requirement is there, that we are, and also we are giving company specific training to our students. The new initiative in MIT Mysore, that we are not only sending the tracker of the students, and also we are sending the students video profile. The video profile contains the self-introduction as well as what the technical knowledge they have. These are the new initiative that we have started in MIT Mysore.
Our management has always been generous in contributing to the society, and this is one of the contribution towards the green building and green environment. This is the 10 kilowatt solar system that we have exclusively for first year block. We are at the rooftop of first year block. This 10 kilowatt is sufficient to maintain this building alone, and another 100 kilowatt which we are supplying to grid is on the main building. What you can now see in my background is 100 kilowatt solar power generating system which is connected to the grid. The era has changed and India is leading the world for renewable energies, and the small contribution from Maharaja Institute of Technology is the solar lights that you see here. These are indigenously developed by our staff of electronics and with the help of mechanical engineering for fabrication. The entire length of this road, you can see on either side of the road, the solar lights illuminated, that is developed solely by the institute. MIT Mysore is a safe place for all the students and exclusively for women.
So a sanitary vending machine has been installed in the ladies washroom, whereas for the collection and disposal of that at the top floor of the first year block as well as in other washrooms, the incinerator is installed for the purpose of individual privacy as well as the cleanliness of the campus.
It is the wish of the management and the principal that each and every student that has to develop affection towards the institution, and that's why it is a very small souvenir shop that we have, in which we give students their the products of their choice so that they can carry it back to their homes. We have an entrepreneurship development cell in the college, under which we have this beautiful incubation center built up. It is a 9,100 square feet area, and we have about 14 cubicles. So, we can accommodate 14 companies at this location. The service orientation of the students is of utmost priority in the institution. That is the reason why we have a very vibrant NSS cell led by Mr. Kiran Kumar L. I am very happy to introduce him, and I wish to let you know that he is the state award winner for the best NSS unit at Maharaja Institute of Technology, Mysore, given by Vishwesvaraya Technological University. Hello and welcome to the ministerial section of Maharaja Institute of Technology, Mysore. The ministerial section are the wheels of the chariot on which the entire college runs. Now, the ministerial section has 9 sections under it: examination section, account section, admission section, establishment section, transportation wing, and then we have stores, and then we have the security system. All those covered under the and also the office assistants come under the ministerial section. I am Aniruddha AM, discharging my duties in the capacity of an administrative officer. I will be reporting to the Dean Administration and the Principal. We have a very well beautifully set up accounts methodology to help and cater the needs of the students, staff and other stakeholders. The procedure that we have set for the ease of accounts distribution is very simple. In every March, all the departments will be given the circular to prepare their budget for the forthcoming year of finance, and then that will be suited to their academic year as well. Since it will be the March that happens to be the beginning of an even semester in the engineering setup, so they can plan for the even semester as well while they produce the budget for the financial year. The institution clearly adheres to all the statutory payments that needs to be made to its employees like EPF and ESI, and apart from that, one wonderful practice that this generous management has to offer to its employees is group medical insurance. The group medical insurance is a compulsion on everybody in the institution, just because keeping in mind the security of the family members of the staff. MITM family includes the family members of the staff of MITM altogether. So, 25% of the contribution of each member's contribution is made from Maharaja Education Trust. We are now in the admission section of MITM. The admission section assists all the students to maintain the records as well as the disbursement of the feedback that is given by various agencies, various government agencies as well as private agencies. He is Mr. Manjunath HK looking after the admission and the scholarship section. What you are now looking at is our admission ledger. All the basic details that are required of a student will be available, including his photograph. The scholarship section along with the SC/ST cell in the college will encourage all the students and inform them about as and when it is required to apply for the scholarship and fee waiver schemes. We have in force the Vidya Siri scheme as well as the Government of Karnataka scheme for backward community, as well as minority schemes are also available. What you can now see is the proof for disbursement of the scholarships that the college account receives, and it is distributed amongst the students. The calculation sheet that I have in my hand is a proof that we have disbursed about 15 crore rupees that we have received to our account to all the students since 2016-17. We are now standing in the examination section of MIT Mysore. All the students who wish to write the exams to clear their graduation would have at least once visited our examination section, and the examination section is looked after by Mr. Srinivasa Gowda, who is alongside me now. The examination section is in constant contact with the university, and it receives the updates as and when it is done in the website of the university and disseminates the same to the entire student community. We are at the entrance of the office of the principal. To your right, you will see the office of the executive personal assistant of the principal. Though the designation is executive personal assistant, she does beyond that, and she maintains a lot of records for the institution as well. she helps the principal in maintaining the records of the institution, and the communication with the outside world is through EPA, madam. She is most sought after by the students of the institution, because every time a student enters the institution, they have to meet her, and by the time they leave the institution after their graduation, even then they will have to meet her, because she is the one who is responsible to distribute the course completion certificate, and during their study the study certificate, and if someone is applying for the bank loans, she distributes the estimated fee expenditure for the students, and she communicates with AICTE, MHRD, VTU and rest of the likes on behalf of the institution, and her help in maintaining the records at the institution is appreciated. We are at the storeroom of the institution, and I am joined by Mr. Vivek, who is the storekeeper and store in charge of the college. Any indent that is developed in the institution will be submitted to him through the principal after getting signed by the principal, and he draws the quotation for all those things and procures those items and distributes to the people who have asked for it. And apart from that, he also maintains the central stock register, and the entry and exit of any stock movement will be maintained with his office, and you can see the files that he has maintained, and it is kept clean and tidy. Of course, the store area cannot be clean, because it will be always put to use, and many people would always visit the store for many reasons, and hence the store area may not be that tidy, but his documentation looks commendable. I now have the privilege of introducing you to the chairman of our governing council, Dr. D.S. Guru, who is chairperson of the Department of Studies for Computer Science in University of Mysore, which has now completed 100 years of service to the sector of education. He happens to be the Young Scientist Awardee from the Government of India, and he is into research, and he guides us, and he guides the entire Maharaja Institute of Technology to be in line with its vision and mission statements.
I am happy that I have been functioning as the chairperson of governing council of this esteemed college, Maharaja Institute of Technology, which is run by a reputed trust in Mysore, where all trustees are from the strong background of education and who are known for their excellency in academia. And this is the college in Mysore being run by academicians, run for academicians for betterment of student all-round developments, and this college is functioning for overall development of students, keeping in mind the students should have their own free to choose courses, and keeping in mind outcome based education for the last couple of years. So this college was established a decade ago. Recently has been shifted to OBE based education system, and the college management is supporting, and especially this college is totally built up by the teachers who have been serving in this institution for the last roughly about 13 to 14 years. And this college is known for its caring of students and taking care of all requirements of students, and the college is dedicating its overall functionalities for building up personalities of especially the students from the poor background, coming from rural educational background, and those who have done their schooling in Kannada medium, in fact love to join this institution, because though they join this institution at some average level, while walking out of this institution with Bachelor of Engineering with reasonably good distinction level. I am really proud to say that I am associated with this institution as the chairperson of governing council. So I congratulate all the faculty members and the management for having built up such a wonderful institution in Mysore city, and we are really in need of this similar type of institutions in Mysore henceforth.
We have a very famous saying that a team of lions, if it is led by a sheep, loses the match to the team of sheep led by a lion. And I am introducing you to the leader of the pack, that is Dr. Naresh Kumar BG, one of the most renowned academicians in India. He has served at the highest levels of AICTE and now is the principal of Maharaja Institute of Technology since 2012.
The principal of this college, Naresh Kumar BG. I completed my engineering education during 1981 from Mysore University with first rank, and my master degree in 1987 from University of Roorkee, now it is IIT Roorkee, and also postdoc PhD from University of Roorkee, now it is again IIT. All of them on the structural field. I did my research in the field of aerodynamics of cable stayed bridges. So coming to my career, I started my teaching career since 1981 till 2012. I was in PS College of Engineering. There I was as a lecturer, started my career and progressed to assistant professor and as well as professor and head of the Department of Civil Engineering. I hold the positions of Special Officer Building Division and other activities of the college. In between, I got a chance to go to New Delhi MHRD office of AICTE, All India Council for Technical Education, as advisor during 2002 to 2005. And these 3 years was very good experience for me to serve the society at large, particularly to the faculty of the technical education. And then again back to mother organization, PS College of Engineering, Mandya. Then later in 2002, I took VRS and joined this organization, Maharaja Institute of Technology, Mysore, in 2012. As you all know that it started in the year 2007 with 4 branches of engineering, specifically computer science and engineering, electronics and communication engineering, information science and engineering, and mechanical engineering. It keep on adding branches and intakes for this college. In the second year, we started MCA here, and in the third year, it was MBA course, and in the fourth year in 2010, it was civil engineering branch. So at present, totally we have 5 UG courses plus 2 PG courses like MBA and MCA, plus we have 3 MTech courses in electronics, signal processing, in mechanical, thermal power engineering, and in computer science. It is computer science and engineering, with an intake of UGs 120 in each branch. MCA presently it is 60, MBA is 120, and 18 is the intake for master degrees. Yeah, our college is a student-centric college, particularly. In fact, I could redefine it as a parent-centric college also, because why it is called as that is we monitor the students hourly basis. If they don't come, we inform their parents why or what is not attended the classes and so on and so forth. Our college during the earlier days gained the maximum name in the southern part of the Karnataka, and main strength of our college is to promote the weaker students, particularly from 40 to 45% students. They come here from the village rural background, and we make them to at least score minimum of distinctions, 70%. That is the major strength of our college. We have several examples of that. Just eligible students have got first class degree and gone abroad and studied there and worked there and coming back here and serving our nation. Further, our institution is mainly named for the transportation facility in and around Mysuru. So Mysuru city, about 37 buses comes, and around the 360 degrees of Mysuru, our college, we run from 12 taluks. Why these taluks? The strength is because this institution caters the needs of the rural background. Particularly rural background people are shy of talking here, then we train them particularly to come up with the current trends and other things, and so that they will score good marks in the university examination. Coming to faculty, the strength of our faculty is the retention. Whatever I have studied, I have seen here the data here, almost 90% of the faculty have retention here. They have stayed back in the institution because of the facilities provided by the organization, trust, and lot of avenues for them, not only with respect to the salary, and we have a very good scheme of group mediclaim for the entire family of the staff, and then we have accidental insurance for faculty and as well as for students. In addition to that, trust is providing loans also, particularly for the needy section. In addition to these two, our staff members and total faculty of the entire group of Maharaja Education Trust started an organization called Maharaja Education Trust House Building Cooperative Society. Through that, we are providing them the sites and as well as loan to build their own dwellings. And then in particularly to this college, Maharaja Institute of Technology, Mysore, we have credit cooperative society, so that through that they can also avail the loans for all the caters, even teaching, non-teaching and all of them. Yeah, for staff we are providing AICT pay scales as per the 6th pay commission, and then yearly increment of 3% for their basic and plus AGP, and also for non-teaching and technical staff, Maharaj Institute of Technology has arrived a different pay scale in line with the government of Karnataka. Team of professors guiding almost nearing to 100 students to get their doctoral and MS degrees in various disciplines of computer science, civil engineering, mechanical, electronics, particularly science also, physics, mathematics and as well as chemistry. To provide a very good governance, we have 2 deans here, Dean Administration who looks after the administration issues and administration procedures and all those things, and Dean Research also. Dean Administration is Dr. Vasudev T and Dean Research is Murali S. And through these then my workload is considerably reduced because of these 2 deans, Dean Admin and Dean Research. So, a lot of things are decentralized here, they will take care of these 2 sections separately. My role is only to take care of the admission section, other regular issues of the department. And I have made a policy in my particularly to talk to every student and parent who get admitted to this college. So, during that period I will try to convince them to the particular branch and particular this one. With looking at their percentage, we suggest them not to take this branch or that branch. We insist them, not only nowadays we all know that only all students come, they always ask computer science and engineering. So, we are directing them to take other branches also. We have scope to go to software engineering even if you study electronics, civil and mechanical. We have certain examples also here from our college, people are taking software job after studying civil and as well as mechanical engineering. So, with these few words now, because I motivate the students to take all the branches, so that all these facilities to come up to this stage, we have a very good vision of our college that is already shown to you I think. So, to be specific, it is to become a premier technical and management institution, promoting excellent education, fostering research, innovation and entrepreneurial attitude. To make up this vision, we have 5 mission statements to again to facilitate students, to empower them, and then to advance research in technical science and management vision, and to again facilitate entrepreneurial skills through interaction with the institute, and also we have made a policy to talk to alumni also, and then to uphold the ethics. So, nowadays ethics values are, I do not know where they are going. We are trying to bring back those ethics and values to the students and as well as in turn to the parents. And we have observed one more thing is that parents are very secure that they have admitted the student to MIT, but they do not take care of their wards. We insist them to take care. It is your responsibility also to see the growth of the student. To manage the things at the college level, to maintain the governance, we have governing council of the college headed by Dr. D.S. Guru and some senior academicians and supported by VTU and AICT nominees, and also myself as member secretary of that. Continuing to that, we have college council comprising of all HODs and all section heads, wherein we formulate all the rules, regulations and then pass to the governing council for its approval, including budget also. To add to this governance, as per the government norms, we have 5 statutory committees that are already known to you. In continuation to that, to decentralize the works, we have following committees.
The governance of the institution is through the 5 cells that we have, the 5 statutory cells, the grievance redressal cell, anti-sexual harassment cell, anti-ragging committee, Swachh Bharat mission cell, SC, ST and OBC welfare cell. These are the 5 cells that strengthen our system. I am now entering into the chamber of the Dean of Administration of MIT Mysore.
I am Dr. Vasudev, serving in this institution since 2011. Apart from my teaching responsibilities, I have been assigned another role as Dean Administration. As a Dean Administration, I have to assist the principal in his routine day-to-day activities, and I look into the routine functions of the various sections in the office, like the account section, especially in the accounts it is fees collection and budget allocation. and then I look into the functions of examination section, scholarship sections, then comes the housekeeping, gardening, security, and then moreover to this I look into the functionings of canteen facility and the transportation facility, and I work towards coordinating all these various sections of the office to give a better service to the student community. So that is the major responsibility as a Dean Administration I have in the institution.
We have listened to the Dean Administration, who is taking care of the total administration of the institution. For an engineering institution, it is very important to have a vibrant research wing, and the research wing is led by the Dean Research, Dr. S. Murali. I will be taking you to Dr. S. Murali, who will explain how he has taken care and built a research culture in this institution.
Namaskar, I am Dr. Murali, Dean Research, Maharaja Institute of Technology, Mysore. Maharaja Research Foundation is a research organization established by Maharaja Education Trust. Now has supported more than 100 PhD scholars to carry out research. It has encouraged candidates to write papers. Lot of encouragements have been given to students, and we conduct meetings so regularly. Every month we conduct meeting such a way that the progress will be reviewed through this Dean office. 10 research fundings have been given to faculties of Maharaja Institute of Technology under the banner of Shodhana. This has encouraged these professors, faculties to carry out research to the tune of 50,000 rupees. Maharaja Research Foundation has also supported 10 PhD scholars with internship amount of 15,000 rupees a month for first year and 18,000 rupees for next 2 years. There are 10 candidates now doing PhD as internal candidates supported by Maharaja Research Foundation. Also, lot of faculties have been encouraged to submit patents, and as a result of that, 18 patents have been submitted this year, and shortly by another 3 months, all those things will be registered. Maharaja Research Foundation has taken lot of initiative in encouraging faculties to write proposals and also papers, and whenever they attend conferences, whenever they write papers, encouragement has been provided by MIT in the form of finance, in the form of travel grant, in the form of book publication, etc. So this has resulted in large number of turnout, and in fact, barring 1 or 2 candidates, barring 1 or 2 faculty, lot of faculties have been doing PhD under this scheme.
I hope this video tour has given you the glimpses of the institution, and I wish all of you come to this institution to find out what we are doing is really good to the society and helpful to all the student fraternity. Thank you very much. I also wish to express my deep sense of gratitude to the principal Dr. Naresh Kumar BG and the management for their support in creating this video and spreading the fragrance of this institution globally.